And our next speaker is in Elkridge, Maryland, and this is Dr. Stephanie Wall. Dr. Stephanie Wall is in the building, and I want to welcome you to Black Speakers Network. Hey, we got visual effects as well. I love that. So, Dr. Wall, please tell the people a little bit about yourself.
Hello, and thank you, Brian, for this platform. I've got so many great stories I would love to share about you and how I met you, and you probably don't even remember it, but I met you at SpeakerCon
Speaker Con.
2019 when I first saw you. So just know I'll come back and tell you that story another time. But you're an amazing person, so thank you for this platform and this program. So you all, they call me the Tower of Power. In my world, I know that has to do with two things. One, I stand 5'10" with some heels on, I'm about 6'9", but it also has something to do with the fact that my smile and my energy hits the room before I do. I call myself the transformation architect. I am the founder of 1 Million Lives Transformed. And what does that mean? I transform. I'm on a mission. I'm on a woman on a mission to transform the lives of 1 million women. And what does that mean? To take them from emotions to education, from being emotional to education, to transformation. So, through this transformation, I know that my work fuels the passion for seeing every woman to reach her full potential and to make an impact in the world. And I know this because I watch myself go from take my transformation through pain to my purpose. So I'm on a mission to transform worlds.
Listen, I need somebody to drop transform in the comments. I don't know why I been sitting on the transformation architect. Listen, the language, the luxury language, as Quinn Conyers would say, is so powerful. And
Oh,
so
yes.
you're a personal professional development coach focused on 1 million women. I think that's incredible. Can you give folks some insight into how you got started? I mean, it feels like you just came out the womb ready to like impact people, but how did this focus, this mission, very ambitious mission, by the way, come about?
So here's the deal. I told you all who I was. So retired commander from law enforcement, professor for a local university. But here's the deal. Many of us, everybody has a story. You guys have heard before. Dr. Cheryl says your story is about you, but it ain't for you. Well, here's the deal. I realized that many women like myself, many powerful women in their own right, we are scared to death when we get put in places that's new to us. And I decided that, you know what, I'm not going to sit on the sidelines, or when I learned something new, when I learned the science behind, why we do what we do. Once I learned how to transform my own life, I decided that I was going to be on a mission to go out there and teach other women, particularly women of color, how to transform their lives so they can get everything they want. All the women that want more to their life, more to their personal, professional, and in their relationships. So I decided that I was going to create 1 million lives transformed to transform 1 million lives, because when I transform those lives, they in turn transform the lives of others, and we can transform the world together.
So I know within transformation there are a lot of elements here. Men and women, we have, we're or at least in the E&I space, we're constantly talking about, equity, breaking the glass ceiling, upskilling. So there's a lot of different threads we could pull on. But from your perspective, what is one area of impact when it comes to women specifically that that may be misunderstood, but that you would want to ensure that you're addressing as we continue to identify ways to kind of close those gaps that we see out in society?
Thank you, Brian. Some great questions. I'm going to tell you that everything I do starts with the mindset. I use the NLP method. It's all psychology. The one thing that I realized, that what I believed about myself, it didn't matter what the world believed about me. If I didn't believe that I could accomplish something, I couldn't. It didn't matter how many degrees I got, because I'm degreed all up. It didn't matter what somebody else said, how powerful I appeared. But when I got elevated to the next position, my mindset sometimes kept me there, and sometimes I sabotaged myself. And so the first thing I deal with is mindset, but manifestation, but mindset, so that people know that they already were born equipped with what they needed. And I showed them how to not only empower themselves, but to empower those around them, so that they are leaders, leading not only others, but leading themselves amazingly.
Very good, very good. People really underestimate mindset. I think sometimes we hear that and we're just like, oh, it doesn't really matter, but it really does. If you and NLP, I know is a powerful methodology there, but we really underestimate the how the self dialogue that we tell ourselves, and what we believe in, those belief systems that are kind of holding us back. And so I'm glad that you decided to focus on that. For the folks that are listening, maybe people that have like podcasts there, I know there's even within the Black Speakers Network community, there's so many different platforms. You mentioned SpeakerCon, where we met. What are the core audience that you're interested in getting in front of now? What are the platforms? What are the stages that mean the most to you to that you will want to have a presence on right now?
So I call myself a MC extraordinaire. So I believe anybody that's having a conference, particularly a conference that is created to empower women, what professional women, career women, moms, entrepreneurs, anybody that's seeking more, that wants to grow, that wants to have more in their life, but they are driven. They're there to network. They're there to build. They're there to get out of their own way so that they can walk boldly in the new them. Anybody that is hosting an event, a conference, a webinar, or anything, and you need a dynamic person who not only can inspire, but who can educate, those are the people that I want to meet with, and those are the people I want to work with and serve with.
Yeah, can't get any clearer than that. And again, if you want to connect with Dr. Stephanie Wall, make sure you do that. She's the only Dr. Stephanie Wall in BSN, so it should be pretty easy. I think if you just type Wall in the directory, where it catch you. But blackspeakersnetwork.com/find the speaker. Dr. Wall, I want to leave you with the same question that we leave with everyone, which is, how do you, Dr. Stephanie Wall, want to be remembered?
Okay, I want to be remembered as somebody that when you met, you guys have heard the late Maya Angelou always talk about, it doesn't matter. You guys heard thousands of people say of different ways, many different ways, is it doesn't matter how somebody, what they say or how they say something to you, but it's how they made you feel. I want to who poured into you, didn't just draw from you. And when you were in my space, whether it be virtually or in person, that you left with something more than what you came there with, and that you always remember that everything you want, because you've heard this too, everything you want is on the other side of fear, and that I was something I said or did through speaking, coaching, or just talking and being a friend in the moment helped you to get on the other side of your fear. God bless you.
Absolutely. Get out of that comfort zone. I love it. Dr. Stephanie Wall, I appreciate you. Looking forward to, continuing to see you thrive, connect with the women, and 1 million women. And I think this month is the month that the global population, I might be right, we're coming to Dr. Helen Holton soon. I know she probably knows these stats, but I believe we're about to hit the 8 billion population mark on the planet. And so when you think about, and most of the time we think about our impact, 8 billion people on the planet, you absolutely have a message. And Dr. Stephanie, you've carved out yours, and I'm going to encourage everyone watching, listening to do the same thing. But thank you for being part of Black Speakers Network, and I'm looking forward to continuing to work with you.
Thank you, Brian.